say hi to Faith. Uh,
Yay. Hi,
Happy
Faith.
birthday, Faith.
yeah, hi, Faith. Okay.
Hello.
Happy
Hi.
birthday.
Salutations.
You're the
Okay.
best, I think.
All right. So I'm going to go to just my version here, the editing version. All right. And I know some of you aren't done, but we only have like 5 minutes left in class. So a couple of you had really good questions about the how long did it take him to do the 21 problems. We don't really care about that. At time 0 here at the beginning of the story, he has 21 problems finished. And then he did 6 problems per hour from then on. And he did a total of 43 problems. Okay, so the question is how many hours he worked. So the step 1 is to define the variable, which I think almost all of you had. My answer was H equals hours. If you said H equals hours like that, or H equals hours with spaces or without spaces, right? That's how in this computer graded thing, I can't really do all of the options there. So you should try taking spaces out or not if you wanted to try to get it to match. You figured that one out, right, Alex?
Yeah, I figured most of them out.
Okay, so then's the equation, okay? So he already completed 21, and then he was doing 6 problems every hour. So it's 21 plus 6 times the number of hours, right? And that's going to equal the total number of problems. So the equation is 21 plus 6H equals 43. That's your 2-step equation for this problem.
I had 21 divided by 6H.
21. Why would you divide 21 by that? That makes no, that he's doing more problems, right? So the 6 problems per hour are added to the 21 that he already finished. Right? If it was divided by, he'd be splitting that 21 into 6. That I don't know how you get division out of that.
Wait, so when it was saying and then, it's not saying after. I thought it was saying then in that time period he did 6 problems an hour, not.
Oh, that would, well, yeah, then that makes the problem really difficult if you're trying to figure out I mean, if it was always six problems per hour, you could divide the 21 by 6 to figure out how many hours it was before he started. That would be 3.5. Okay, but that's not what the question is asking.
Yeah.
But a couple of people asked that question about, does the 21 count? Was that doing 6 problems per hour or not? That's just the starting amount. Every kind of problem like this is good. There's basically some value that you have when your variable equals 0, the starting amount. And that's what the 21 is. That's how much he had at the beginning at 0 hours.
Stylish.
What? It's not stylish? Yeah, you're right. It translates the words directly instead of being written stylishly, which is the other option for word problems, right? Okay, so then you need to solve the equation. So what are in these 2 little boxes here? The first step in solving the equation.
Minus 26.
Minus 21 on both sides, right? So both sides you subtract 21. Then you have this equal bar, which I already put in for you. And you get a new equivalent equation, which is 6H equals 22. Now yours probably doesn't look like the spacing's probably bad, but hopefully you get that this is 2 divisions now. Who's booping in? Someone raise their hand. Yes, Luke?
Sorry, I keep leaving. My internet's bugging out.
Okay, it's okay. All right. So then what are these 2 boxes here?
Division.
Divide by 6.
This is the dividing both sides by 6, right? So everyone should get just a 6 in each of those boxes. Okay. And then that leaves me with H equals 3.666666666, which is what Porter wrote, or 3 2/3, right? You really should. Yeah. Now, I originally, when I did this, the answer, I did it, I added or took off 1 problem, and the answer was 3.5. I had that it was 21 problems in 6 minutes. And I decided
So,
not to
funny
do that
thing is,
because
I got this really easily because yesterday I was actually thinking of what's it called? 22 divided by 6 for some reason.
really
Oh,
out of nowhere.
yeah, just randomly.
You're a very strange person if you're just thinking about that out of nowhere. But that's okay. Yeah, so
I'm thinking about
0.66666,
killer
right?
Kraken, so hopefully
Yeah.
we don't both have that power.
0.3 repeating and 0.6 repeating, those fractions ought to be very clear to you right away. You see 0.6 repeating, that's 2/3. And 0.3 repeating is 1/3. Okay.
I did it
Now you
as an
could do
improper fraction, but then changed it.
that's fine also. Perfectly fine. Yep. At
I'm just confused.
11
The
thirds,
first line
right?
is number 4.
What's that? Okay,
I
so
don't
the
know how
next
to write it because I apparently didn't write it correctly.
depends on where the spaces are. Like I think I
I
put
told you I
spaces.
tested every possibility.
I put spaces between the equal signs, and you should have been able to get that one.
I'm pretty sure class is over.
Yeah, 1 minute.
The end of the school day.
Okay,
11 plus
so
6.
the check. Oh, why did I write 11? That's 21.
No wonder.
No wonder you couldn't get it. Okay, 21 plus 6 times 3 2/3 or 3.666.
You should make
Right,
that
so
2/3.
there's Yeah, I know. You're right. I should put 21 plus
Because
6
you could write any amount of 6s.
times 11/3 is really what I should put so that I could do it properly. Or 21 plus 6 times 3 2/3, right? 6 times 3 2/3 is 22. So that equals 43. Everyone should get that. Then it equals 22. So you get 21 plus 22 equals 43. That's this next step. And then 43 equals 43 is the end of the check. And then finally, you decide that Lucas worked for 3 2/3 hours, or 3 hours and 2/3 of an hour is
40 minutes.
40 minutes. So 3 hours and 40 minutes. Then finally, the extra credit. What time did he finish the 43 problems?
6.
If he started at 2:30.
Also, can you check the one that is the
6:10.
Lucas work for blank? Because I feel like you don't have an answer or something.
What?
The one that says Lucas worked for blank. I want to see what that one says.
This one? 3 2/3 hours.
What about the
I
first
meant
text
like
box on number
220
4?
minutes.
What? You did it in minutes?
Yeah, because like
No one would, you wouldn't say you worked for 220 minutes.
I know, but
6:10 is when he would
It's
finish.
correct. It's correct. I'll give you that one. 220 minutes. Okay,
What does
there you go.
the first text box on number 4 say?
It's 6:10. The
Yes.
hour that he finished. 6:10.
21 plus 6 times 3 2/3, right? Or the answer, right? This is the check. You substitute your answer in for the.
they're gonna give me OCD.
Sorry.
Look at what you wrote. So on the first one of number 4, there's the only one that you didn't put spaces
Where?
is the 21 plus 6 times 3 2/3.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry, OCD. There you go. Okay. All right.
So,
So-
on the extra credit, I did
Yes.
the total time for all of the problems, not just the time for the problems that we calculated.
You assumed that the 21 problems were done at the 6 problems per hour pace.
Well, it said if Lucas started working at 2:30. So I assumed that he started
Yeah.
working on the entire thing.
I got
Yeah,
you.
I
Okay.
need the bathroom.
Yeah, okay. Everyone can go. Class is done. All right. I will see you guys on Tuesday.
Really quick question. What is the
See you
page
later.
364 stuff and when
Bye.
is that due?
I don't know. What does it say in classroom?
It says show solving steps for each equation or inequality. It just tells you what to do. And it's
Doesn't
due
give a due
April
date?
6th.
It's
April
due
6th.
Tuesday, I'm pretty sure.
That's
What?
Tuesday. That's
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Oh, so is that cohort work?
Well, you can do it during cohort time. It's due at the beginning of White 4 on Tuesday,
Oh, okay.
right? Isn't that the
Yeah.
time? Yeah. What are you showing me? Whoever that